Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to take a closer look at one of my favorite companies, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. The company recently held an event at CES and explained a lot of new solutions for the consumer market, the data center market, and I do believe this is something investors should kind of keep an eye out. So in today's episode, I want to take a closer look at all those solutions and what they mean to me as an investor. So let's get started.
I do want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out fool.com/Jose to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now.
All right, so first I want to take a closer look at some of the processors AMD announced. CES is more of a consumer trade show, so it's mainly consumer-based products. They did announce a lot of processors both for the desktop and the laptop market. For example, they did expand their 7000 series with for example, the AMD Ryzen 7 7700, and they also did announce their new generation, including the X3D V-Cache technology, and this is kind of their higher tier products. So we can see a nice amount of consumer CPU products for the desktop market. Outside of that, we also see them for the mobile market. Right now, we are getting a new generation of laptops, so we are getting these processors for the mobile base. Here, if we take a closer look at this presentation, we can see various solutions. Here, I want to say there's nothing crazy or anything amazing for an investor. This is more of just your yearly or every other year not refresh, but products coming out in the processing market, right? They need to announce new solutions for the desktop. They need to announce new solutions for the laptop. So nothing crazy here. What I do believe was super cool about their CES, they did announce AMD Ryzen AI. And this is, here we can see from this image, a dedicated AI engine or dedicated hardware for AI that kind of goes in their Ryzen unit. And this helps reduce stress of certain workloads from either their CPUs, and eventually they're going to include this AI engine in their GPUs. And obviously, if you help reduce stress from certain workloads, you're doing the following. You're improving performance and you're kind of increasing power efficiency. So this AMD Ryzen AI, nothing crazy in my opinion that should move the stock price, but it's definitely something that can overall help make AMD's solution a bit better. They gave some prime examples. For example, it can help create numerous solutions in the consumer market. In video calls, for example, it can help kind of sharpen the video image from your camera. It can also kind of blur backgrounds and make it more natural. It can create kind of virtual backgrounds as well. So it's very good for just overall consumer products. And these are some of just the early solutions they are discussing. More solutions can come up as more AI solutions are coming out around the market. So this is one I'm super excited about. Outside of that, AMD also did announce new GPUs for their overall consumer market. This is mainly for the laptop world. Again, nothing crazy here. This is kind of their yearly refresh of, hey, new solutions. They just announced the RX 7000 series. So now they're coming out with the GPU for the laptops in this kind of architecture. I do want to say, if you are enjoying the episode so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up, as it does help me grow my overall audience. If you want to support a little bit more, make sure to subscribe using my link at fool.com/Jose. Finally, if you are here, it means you're a semiconductor investor. Make sure to check out my weekly podcast. I am going to discuss this and more about AMD and some of the popular semiconductor stocks this week with Nick on our weekly show. The link should be above or down below on the pinned comments. So I want to say the coolest products came out, and this is a shocker, right? Like I mentioned, CES is mainly a consumer-based trade show. But AMD came out and released some data center solutions. They did announce two big players, their AMD Albedo V70, which is an AI accelerator, and they did talk a little bit more about their first data center CPU and GPU all-in-one system. So let's take a closer look at each of them individually. So first, I want to take a closer look at Albedo. This is an AI inference accelerator. So these are chips used to improve certain machine learning tasks for the purpose of making predictions or decisions. And there are numerous ways this can be done, right? You can kind of create these AI accelerators using GPU architecture. NVIDIA does that with their T4. AMD, with their recent acquisition of Xilinx, decided to go a different way. They kind of are able to do this with their FPGA models. So these are pretty interesting. Nothing revolutionary here, but again, it just increases the overall solutions that AMD has. And for those that wonder why would someone get an AI accelerator opposed to purchasing maybe some other high performance GPU products like AMD's MI250 or NVIDIA's H100, these kind of cars, because they're more meant for something specific, they tend to be cheaper than buying a full GPU. Again, they're not as powerful and they might not be as great in other aspects either. Their main purpose is AI inference acceleration, right? So that's their only solution. And for that reason, they tend to be cheaper compared to an overall kind of full GPU. So I wanted to explain a little bit about their AI accelerator here. Next, I want to take a closer look at their AMD Instinct MI300. And this is going to be in AMD's first ever APU, and this is the combined force of a CPU and a GPU connected together. And the reason one would want this is because both the CPU and the GPU are in the same chip packaging, it can speed up performance dramatically. AMD is expecting to release this in the second half of 2023. So I do want to say this AMD Instinct MI300 can definitely boost AMD's data centers revenue, and I do believe it will be. We just have to take a closer look at how the performance acts when it does release in the second half of 2023. I do also want to mention that NVIDIA and Intel are coming up with similar solutions, maybe not necessarily the same way, but definitely similar solutions here where they're integrating CPUs and GPUs together. And I am going to be doing a video on that later on, so make sure to stay tuned. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.